Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. So here in this project we have used AOS also for smooth animation and sliding. Here we are in the home section. Your name as well as hire me. You can see the hover effect for both. Then we can see the hover effect on navbar, home, service, about, portfolio and testimonials, the contact. You can see the slow movement of your image that you want to display on the home page. Then the services that you are providing. I am added web design, web development and debugging. Debugging is clearing all the debugs or codes in the errors in the codes. Then we have mentioned our skills, the percentages, and you can see the smooth animation effect and how this refilling from 0 to the specified percentage is 0 to 90 and 0 to 80, 0 to 75 and 35. You can see the download CV button also. With this you can also download your CV on click. We have added the download attribute also. Then we have our portfolio section. It is all where you can see the web design. You can see here it is a website. It is a website here also. This is web design. So here we have all the projects. You can separate them by using these buttons. Like now we are at the website section. 4 websites are there. And then next web design section, we have only 2 web designs. And in the app section we don't have anything, so it is an empty. And in all section it will show all the items that are available. Next, the testimonial section, you can see the swiper function, slide, or you can use the buttons also. Then we have a 24/7 contact, location, mobile number, email, as well as website. Then a form section, definitely try to use type in the forms like email or calendar, date, it is available. Then footer section, home, about, service, portfolio and contact. You can see social media icons like Instagram, WhatsApp and Twitter. All rights are reserved. This website is entirely responsive, that is it is available in the mobile version and as well as tab version also. Let me show you that. So first let me show you the desktop version. Here where this is the desktop version. Then if we slowly move on, this is the mobile version. You can see this is the menu bar. Here we have using then this is the home section. You can see the animation here. Let me show you. You can see the proper animation. Show you again. Here you can see how the 0 to 90% HTML, all these. Then you can hear our portfolio section, then testimonial section. You can see how smoothly the movement of all the selected items are moving from the animation is very smooth. It is entirely made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so it is very beginner friendly. You can see this. Then definitely try to make, or you can say definitely try to create the website. Don't just look at it and think that it has been done, so why the heck just let me just copy it. If you want to learn front-end web development, definitely try to do as many projects as possible. That is one of the suggestions I will give to you. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. And we are going to we will go through line by line explanation. So continue watching this now. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now we are going to I will be going to explaining you line by line code. So right now we are in the HTML index.html section. Uh, you can see in the head section we have added the meta tags for SEO. Then we have the title tag to add the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio website, which will only show in the main on the top bar or in the website in the Chrome or Firefox. Then we have linked bootstrap CSS file, CSS link here. Then we have, this is our custom CSS file, this style.css. It is available here. You can see this is the style.css file. We have linked it with our HTML. Then we have linked Google Fonts, Google APIs and gstatic. These are Google fonts and links that we have linked them with our HTML. Then we have linked the bootstrap icon, CDN link, compressed data link. Then for adding animation we are using Aweber's library. We have linked it to our HTML section. Here is the aweber's.css file. Then jQuery, we have added the jQuery link to the HTML section. Now we will go into the body section. Here we have the navbar, that is header section. Here we are using bootstrap. You can see expand navbar, light background white. These are bootstrap, and you can say shortcut CSS. By using the class name we are accessing the CSS files that are available somewhere else using the bootstrap link. This is external link, you can also say. Then container field, here we are adding class names for mostly because of the bootstrap. And you can see style is available. We are adding the color to the portfolio. Then button section, then we have the unordered list. UL list is used for unordered list. We have list item, and we have an anchor tag with the reference as home, service, about, portfolio and testimonials. Then we have button, that is to contact me button at the header section. Then the navbar section ends. Then in the home section, you can see here also we are using bootstrap, row, justify content evenly, align middle. To reduce the CSS we use the bootstrap directly by using class names. We can add here, you can see justify content evenly means if there are two contents are there in the home section, they are spaced equally. The entire content are spaced equally. And align middle, they are aligned at the center of the page. Then we have the div section and h2. This is the main heading, that is hello I am Abhiram Tej. These are the main headings. We have separated them using br. Br means break tag. It will cut the file, that is first we'll get hello I am, then below we will get Abhiram Tej. Then we have a paragraph which says P means paragraph tag, which says I am a web developer having 5 years of experience in expertise creating website with fully responsive on all devices. Then we have a button with hire me and another anchor tag with no more button. Then we have added the main try to, if it is your for professional use that you want to display to your HR for recruitment purposes or for job, definitely try to put one good picture of yourself, straightforward picture. I've used your portfolio PNG, which is this small PNG that I've used. This is an animation PNG I've used, but you can use your own profile, nicely done profile picture. Then after home section we are in the expertise section, that is our services. Here you can see I am using div. The reason why I am using div is so that I can make every section separate. So here I am using div for heading purposes, that my services are providing cutting edge digital services. These will be the heading section, so I put them in one div. And then I am using another div for adding the services, like here I am having web design h4 here you can see, and the image icon service icon 1, it is the image for that web design. You can see the service icon here. This is the service icon, then service icon 2, then service icon 3. So here we have the name for the service, that is h4, using the h4. h4 means there are total of 6 heading tags: h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6, and based on the order, the you can say the size of the font size of the will be reducing. h1 is the largest one, h6 is the smallest one, so we are using h4, that is medium, and p for paragraph tag. Then we are adding read more button using anchor tags. The reason to add anchor tags specifically is because to link the other pages, most of the time anchor tags are very perfect for this, and that is the reason definitely try to use anchor tags. And you can link also href. You can, here in the href you can mention the designated website or a designated website link also you can mention here, so that on click on that you can directly redirect it to that website. You can see that everything is divided, that is in the every service has its own div. Then we have web development and debugging. These are same. And then you can see here one of the important thing I forgot is data AOS. Data AOS is, this is the animation that we are using. You can say in the first one I have mentioned here in the top, that you can see here, for adding animation to website we have used AOS library. So we don't have to write all the entire JavaScript code, we just have to mention small class names. Here we are using data AOS, which is fade up. That means fade up is a small animation when slowly whenever you reload your website, automatically it starts from the bottom to top. You can see that, that is fade up. That is one of the animation style. Then we'll go to the skill section. Here we uh, you can see we have added HTML. Here you can see this progress, that is first the normal progress is 0%, and from 0% to we have specified some percentage, that is 90%. This is the starting percentage we have mentioning here. The other part will be in the script.js. By using the JavaScript we will be able to move from 0% to 90%, as I shown in the website. So it is to mention the starting point, we are mentioning here as 0%. Then span text, this is HTML text, then CSS and JavaScript and React.js. Next we have in the skill section we have another div, another section, which is we mention our details like my skills, about me and my experience, and then what I do, that is I'm a web designer, I have done such projects, and this is the mentioning in this two parts, you can say. And I also added download button. You can see download CV. So whenever you want to let someone else download some PDF file, then definitely try to add this attribute, download attribute, and says give it some name. You can mention any name that you want. In that file name only, the file that you attached here in the href section will be downloaded. I have added some documents as empty document here. You can see here also it is an empty document I have added. There are a lot of attributes that are available, but most of the people don't use them. But if you want to give your website a professional look, definitely try to add the download button, so that if the recruiter sees it, then he may know, he may want to know what are your other things, if there are something missed in your portfolio, he just want to know your resume, and definitely he can simply download it and he will be able to know more about you, yeah, like your personal details also. Then we have come to the portfolio section. This is the heading bar, as I told before, creative work and check my portfolio. So in the portfolio section, we have used the filter by using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So filter means here you can see in the button, first button we have all, in the second button we have website, third button web design, fourth button app. So website, there are some websites have added, then some web designs have added, then some apps have added, and when we click on all button, and automatically all things, that means the website that I have added, web designs and apps that I have added in the section should display all at once. So by using JavaScript, a small code, we are able to bring all them together. I will show you here also. If you see this is the first one. First card here, you can see div class card. Then we have added the image of the first website, that is car rental website. Here I added, and I've added the name, that is car title. Then here you can mention HTML, from which on by using HTML CSS I made it JavaScript. It is a website. Then you can see the read more button. If you see closely here in the div section, class post, here you can see all and website. All means whenever we are going to click on all, and automatically all the blocks of codes that have the words as all will be displayed in the section. It is a JavaScript button actually. So to mention first, it is like a reference. You can consider this all and website. You can see here we have added data filter. All is added here. So whenever we will click on this all button, so wherever the all is added in the sections, those all will be displayed in the portfolio, in the section all at once. So you can see data filter website is there. So this is a website also. So I've added website. All means you have to bring everything. That means website should come, web design should come, even apps should come. So but this is the website, so I've added website. And you can see all as common in every thing. Here you also can all and website. Then we have all and web design, and then all and web design, all and website, all and website. So it is for filtering the data we are using this. Then the next section is the testimonial section. In the testimonial section, you can see this is the testimonial image. I will show you the image. This is the testimonial image. We have the heading, that is testimonial and client feedback. Then div section, we have like you can see these are like here we have divided the div section into 3 parts, so that actually that 3 testimonials are available. You can see that here from div you can see cardinal inner. This is you can say that it is divided into 3 parts, but whenever we are using the jQuery, so then all of them will come in the you can see here one after the other, like the buttons also. Then you can see the p attribute to mention, that is paragraph attribute to mention the client, what have the client have said, h4 for the name, and small icon for to know what that person does. Is a restaurant owner here I've mentioned. Then we also have the preview as well as next buttons. These two are buttons. By using them we are going to move forward or backward to know the client's reviews. So you can see here we have used a bootstrap also, rounded fill. So to make it the background will be in round and it will be filled with a particular color. Then we have database target. Next we have the contact section. In the contact section we can see the same heading section, the div, in the div. Then next we have another div where we have mentioned our information, like I am from India, this is my phone number. Then you can see this icon tag also. You can see bi send fill. It is one of the icons I've used here. Telephone icon. This is geo, means this is a global, what do you say, map icon. You can see in the Google Maps, you can see that icon. Next we have globe icon here. Icons represent, because as many people say, images speak more than words, because it will display more proficiency look to your website. So definitely try to use icons in your website. Then we have the form. Here I am using div sections. Input type is text. You can see definitely try to use type function. Type will be more and more professional look to your email. If you mention email, so if the person forgets to mention @gmail.com, then it will show an error on the spot that you have not entered the proper email ID, email address. So it will be very useful. Definitely try to mention it. Then we have text area. For larger input section will only have small amount of space to enter data. Whenever use text area is used for large amount of like for giving message, you want to write a paragraph of message to the person, then you can use text area. Here I have mentioned rows. Rows 5 means 5 rows will be allocated. You can see in the website also. And submit button. We have used bootstrap so that it reduces most of the CSS work. You can see here also a rounded fill. It is one of the uh, CSS class that we have used here. Then we have the footer section. The quick links just like the nav bar, home, about, service, portfolio and contact. Then we have our social media links like Instagram, WhatsApp and Twitter. I've added them in the button function so that on click on the button we can move to that specified website also. You can you have to mention in the href, you have to reference. Href means reference. You have to mention the www.twitter.com, www.whatsapp.com. So you can mention in the href section. Then copyright. Copyright is mentioned in the paragraph. In the footer you can see bootstrap, JavaScript CDN and AOS library, that is animation library JavaScript. And to initialize the AOS library we are using AOS initialize duration 1000 is means 1000 millisecond, is very small. You can say 1 second also. And then offset 50. The reason to mention the JavaScript libraries in the bottom of the HTML section is because they take more time to render. So before that time the remaining part will be easy to render, and uh, the user whoever wants to look into your website, he doesn't feel like, oh, I have to wait for so long, because the remaining part will be displayed, like HTML CSS will be displayed. JavaScript is the functionality, so we don't until unless if he doesn't click on the nav bar, if there is no nav bar to display, then what is the use of having the JavaScript over there? So it is better to always have your JavaScript links at the bottom of the HTML page. And mention script tags. Definitely use script tags. These are the internal tags, you can say. And I have mentioned the script.js. It is here you can see script.js. Here I have mentioned the JavaScript. Next we will go to the CSS, that is style.css. So I am using the font family body, that is entire body, that is entire HTML page will get this font family as Poppins, which is from sans serif, which is a famous most widely used font style, you can say, font family. Then font weight is 400. Font weight means you can see normal, if you mention 100, that is like very thin. If you mention 400, 500, 600, you can get the bold look of the words. That is font weight, that is width of the font, the letters that are the letters width will be changing by using the font weight. You want to see the bold one, then you have to mention like 600, 800, you can mention over here. Menu icons, then we have border is none, background color is white. It is hashtags, you can see hashtag FFF means white color, to add the background color as white. Then font size is 1.5 em, that is the size of the font or the text that is available in the website. You can see this the nav dash menu is the class name. Nav dash menu, I will show you in here. Just 1 second. It is now. Here we are in the nav section. Here you can see nav item. Then here you can see nav menu. So for this nav.menu class, we are going to add, whenever you are using class, then you have to add dot. If you are using ID, then you have to add hashtag. So remember that for classes we are going to add dot before the class name, and for IDs we are going to add hash before the ID name. Then color. What is the difference between background color and color? Background color is the if you say there is a small text like AK, the AK color, the text color is orange, that is the words that are present. To change the color of it we use color attribute. And for background color, if the you can say that AK background is black, you want it to be white, then we use background color. FFF, this is white hexacode, you can say. Then navbar, nav anchor tag. This is how you, if in the navbar section we have an anchor tag. Let me show you. In this is the nav, entire nav. It is navbar. Then we have an anchor tag over here. To this, so this will act as a parent. In the parent, we want to go to the anchor tag, which is child. Then we have to mention like this nav dot navbar, because it is a class. Then the child space, give some space and select the child, that is anchor. That is anchor means a tag. Then the anchor tag will get the color black and position relative. Positions are like, you can say, uh, positions are one of the most important CSS, uh, what you say, CSS functions, you can say, like position and then flex box and grid functions. Definitely try to know them, because it would be very easy. If you master these things, you will be playing with CSS. There's nothing that won't be easy, hard for you to do, because the positions, you can say, if you create a small menu card, in the bottom of the menu card you want to add like a small, what you say, add to cart button, you want to add using add to cart button. Then if you directly paste the image, if you add the image inside of it, the image will be placed at the center, or it one side or left. By using the position, you can change position relative, means the image, the whole card becomes the parent. Then based on that parent image, the small add to cart but image will be like relative. If relative means it will move based on the parent image. If you put absolute becomes that it will hover onto the parent element, and you can move it to the location, like you can move left to 0 or a right to 50. So like that you can move the icon by using the position. So definitely try to learn position, flexbox, grid. These are the most important topics. You will give by using them you will get a very professional look to your website. And then we have navbar. This hover effect is whenever we hover onto the whenever we put the mouse on that particular button or particular anchor. Then if we have an hover effect, we have mentioned here anchor tag hover. So whenever this happens, right now I'm hovering, I'm moving the mouse pointer to hover. You can see a small box is opening saying element class navbar now. Just like that, it is also one of the hovering effect only. So just like that, whenever you hover onto an anchor tag, then the color of it will be changing into the orange color here, as I mentioned here. And after is this after effect, what do you say, after before is also very important. uh, let me tell you one second. Here if you see in the website, I've shown you, whenever I hover onto the button, it automatically moves top side, or in the navbar section, the you can see a line coming in the bottom of the word, that is home. Then whenever hover onto it, you can see the change in color into orange, as well as you can see a small line below that word. So here you can see it is position absolute. Then we have added a background color. The transition width, the width is 0.3 seconds is the time or duration to move. Ease is the transition that you want, that ease in out. Ease means it will slowly fade out. Then it is 0 seconds. Then left is in, here you can see the width is 0 first. This is the first starting period. Before you didn't even hover it, you were just having plain navbar is available over there. So before you hover, this is all the word, this is all you mentioned as that. Whenever you hover onto the anchor tag in the navbar section, like here is after hover after, the width will be equal to 100%. So what is that width? The line that is generating, that whenever we hover onto the home section, the line is increasing. That line which is invisible before now is visible, which spreads because we have added here animation, that is transition effect is added, which is 0.3 seconds to display. The width is first 0, then it will be increased to 100%. So it will display in the bottom. So yeah, after and before effects are like very confusing, but it is one of the most important things you have to learn. So you have to put more concentration on learning before and after effects. And hover effect is also hover effect. It is very easy, you can learn. So try to learn after and before effects. Then we have C button, border. The border is the background of the image. You can see here we have the border. The dark border is there. This you can see. You can just once again. The blue color line is the border. So you have to mention border is none. The background color, font size. So I'm just mentioning these are like very simple. You all know them. Like font size is the size of the font that is available. That is the text. Font weight means the boldness of the text. If you want it to be thin, then you have to mention like font weight is 100. If you want it to look like bold, font weight is 800. So it's like very simple. Padding, margin, border. There are like three things. Border is the exterior, the outermost body. You can see the blue line I am showing here now is the outermost body. That is border. Margin, then the if you in how to say, margin is the what to say, there is an margin. Then we have padding is the innermost area. Padding is the innermost area. Then we have the margin, that is middle area. Then we have the border, which is the outermost area. There's three background areas that we use. Here I have mentioned padding, that is 30 pixel. uh, Here we have like top, left, right and bottom. So we have mentioned padding for each side. And then we have margin top. uh, then font line height means line height is an attribute where you say the gap or the line, the length of the height. You can say 4m. uh, rem, pixels are the most used one. Rem means 1 rem is equal to 16 pixel. Then we have tags, home section, you see margin. These are all similar one. Here this transform, function, transform and transition. These two are like for the, you can say they are the animation functions or animation attributes that are available in CSS. Transform, here translate y minus 20 pixel. That means whenever you hover onto that button, it will move towards the y side, towards the y direction by 20 pixel height. So it moves top side 20 pixel. uh, then the duration, transition, how much time that will take to move from that particular line to the top is that is 1 second. 1 second, whenever you hover, it will just move upward. In text decoration, if you see, whenever we add anchor tags, you can see the default decorations will be there, like underline, blue color will be defaultly on the anchor tag. To remove those default decorations, we use text decoration as none, so that it will remove all the decorations. Then we can add whatever colors we like. I've added here color orange, so in the default we have it blue. No, I don't want to have blue, so I'm removing all the text decorations using text decoration as none. Then I'm adding the color. Here if we also having after. So whenever you hover onto it, you can see here also we have like the underline function will be there. You can see color, the color will be changing, as well as it will move. Then we have transition, hover, after effect. Scale, that is it will be like scale means you can say it will increase its size, like small, very small. If you mention it in negative, it will decrease in size. Here if you mention in scale x1, if you mention scale x 0.1, it will push into innerwards. If you mention 1 or above 1, it will be like expand. So it is scale x, or you can say x direction. Then we have home image floating. This is like you can see in the home section, the image that I have placed, the profile image, it is continuously moving from right side to left side, right side to left side. So here I have added the floating. Floating is like simple animation I have used here. So it has 0 percentage, it will be in transition x, that is 0. In 50 percentage, transition x minus 24, that is it will move towards left side first. Then whenever it is 100%, then it moves transition 0, that is it comes back to 0th position, that is moves one side then comes back to the same position, moves one side comes back to the same position. So it is floating continuously by using here. Keyframes is one of the most used CSS function, you can say. Next we have heading, small font weight, you all know all of these things. Text decoration to remove the text. Text align center is to align all the content at the center of the website. Use text align as center. Next, border radius. uh, Border radius, how you let me show you border radius. Border radius, here you see small white box is available here, RGB, before RGB. If you use border radius 0.7, the edges of this box will be circular. You can say that it will it will try, it will the border of the box will be sharper right now. So if you use as border radius 0.7, it will try to be, it will be like in the circular motion. Slowly it will be like losing its sharp ends, and you can see the smooth ends. You can see now on a dining table, the edges will be like very smooth in a curvature model. So by using this border radius attribute, we make the any rectangular shapes or any hard edge shapes into circular shapes. And if you mention border radius as 50%, the entire square box will turn into circle, entire 100% circle. So it is border radius to change the borders of any object we use. Then we have text align is there, transform, transition, duration I've told you. Then uh, circular progress, gray background, we can also add gradient, 3.6 degrees, 0 degree, these are like gradient ways. Most of the time I use 90 degrees gradient. Align, justify, display flex. The reason we are using display flex here is because we have like 4 skills: HTML, CSS, JavaScript and CSS. So to keep them all in one form, we are using display flex one after the other. And as by using display flex, we don't have to mention again. In the mobile version, it will automatically, when the size reduces, all the 4 skills will form one after the other. When the size of the website increases, that is from mobile version it is moving to the desktop version, then um, the skills will move back to its original position, that is HTML, then CSS, then PH, then CSS, then JavaScript and React.js. It will move based on the size. The items are aligned at the center, the content is aligned at the center. So before, you can see here also we have before and after. These are one of the most important things. So whenever you hover onto the what you say on the on whenever you hover onto the skill, the size of the box will increase and it will expand. You can see it in the in the website. So that effect is added here. The position is absolute, that it becomes top. Then height and width is increased, and the border radius is 50%, that is borders are made circular. Then background color, and these are all, color, font size, font weight. Here you see hash means whenever you want to refer to any ID that is available in the HTML section, because here you can see it is a class. It is a class, we have navbar is a class, so we add dot before classes, we add dot. Like here see post dot is there. If you add IDs, we specify as that my button container is an ID, so I have mentioned hash. Then transform, transition, duration, color, these are same ones you can see. Then anything new, background color, margin left, Box shadow is none. Box shadow is used, you can see that whenever we hover onto any objects, if you see in any websites, you can see that darkness is there, like it is like 3D printed on the website. So we can use the, by using the box shadow, we can make the effects on it, so that it gives a very professional look. Here we are not using it. I'm telling you box shadow, why it is used. And then we have like, that's all. Social links are available. Hover effect we can change by hovering onto it, the color will be changing. Then we go to the next section is script, that is JavaScript. So let's see, here you can see we are in the skill section. I've shown you that from 0% to whatever preferred percentage that you have mentioned, to that percentage, you can see the flow, that is 0% to 90%, it will move automatically whenever we load the website. Here, let's see, here I mentioned it is HTML. Let me go and show you in the HTML section so that you can understand it perfectly by using examples. Where is it? Here you can see in the circular progress, you can see HTML. So I am referring to this HTML bar here, dot HTML, because it is a class. Then what I have, then I want to HTML value to, I want to know the HTML value. So what I have written the HTML value in here, HTML progress, the HTML value is 0%. Here is a 0%. So I am bringing that, so I am referring over here, that is HTML progress is has the value 0%, and I am taking that value 0%, and I am placing that value in HTML value attribute. So now I'm also, I'm also initializing HTML starting value 0 as I've shown before. Now HTML end value is 90%, that is I have 90% proficiency in the HTML section, so the end value is 90%. HTML speed is 30 milliseconds, that is the movement of the moment, you can see in the website, whenever the website is loaded, automatically it moves from 0% to 90%. The speed at which it is moving, that is mentioned here, that is 30 milliseconds. So here we are mentioning let progress HTML set interval. This is a function, this is an arrow function. You can, if you use this arrow function, is there, normal functions are there, but arrow functions are mostly used in the latest ES6 version. We are using arrow functions. So we are increasing HTML start value plus, that is we are incrementing the HTML start value, so it is incremented once. Now HTML value, that is here we have taken the HTML value which is 0%, the text content HTML start value. So now I am changing the content, that is you can see here I have 0%, right? So now here the HTML start value is incremented, that is now right now it is 1. If it is 1, then I am changing that value by using the dollar. I am changing that value, HTML start value is changed. So now HTML progress style dot background, here I am using a gradient which is actually a CSS color, you can say hash FC861F is a color. So it is start value multiplied by 3.6, it is the moment, you can say the background color, the progress color, that is one, if it is moving from 0 to 90%, right, the color is mentioned here, that is comic gradient is moving right now. Then if HTML start value is equal to HTML end value right now, so this process will continue. Right now it is 1, right, why 1, it is not equal, so it will go back again, so it will increment again, now it will be set, the value is set to 2, the HTML set value is 2, so how the HTML end value is 90, here you see it is 90, but this value is 2, so how it is not equal, so it will go again. So this loop will continuously run until the HTML start value is equal to HTML end value, which is 90. So whenever it is equal to 90, then the interval will stop and it will pause, that is it will stuck at 90%, that is I have HTML, I know HTML, that the entire progress of the HTML is 90%, and 90% it will stop. So HTML speed, this it is the speed, you can say what at how much speed from 0 to 90% the radar is moving, that is mentioned here, which is 30 milliseconds. And in the similar way, just as HTML progress as I mentioned here. Just like that, if you go here, we have CSS progress, JavaScript progress, React.js progress. Similar code I've copied again. Like here, this is the JavaScript progress, CSS progress. The entire code is same. Just I've changed the values. Like JavaScript end value I've mentioned here 75, CSS end value. Then next I have React end value as 30. So I've just changed the values, end values, and have maintained a similar code, and I referred in the HTML in the index section, like here JavaScript progress, React.js progress. So these all have the same code, like 4. Then we have filter section we have used in the portfolio section in our website. That's all. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. So here in this project we have used AOS also for smooth animation and sliding. Here we are in the home section. Your name as well as hire me. You can see the hover effect for both. Then we can see the hover effect on navbar, home, service, about, portfolio and testimonials, the contact. You can see the slow movement of your image that you want to display on the home page. Then the services that you are providing. I am added web design, web development and debugging. Debugging is clearing all the debugs or codes in the errors in the codes. Then we have mentioned our skills, the percentages, and you can see the smooth animation effect and how it is refilling from 0 to the specified percentage is 0 to 90, then 0 to 80, 0 to 75 and 35. You can see the download CV button also. With this you can also download your CV on click. We have added the download attribute also. Then we have our portfolio section. It is all where you can see the web design. You can see here it is a website. It is a website here also. This is web design. So here we have all the projects. You can separate them by using these buttons. Like now we are at the website section. 4 websites are there. And then next web design section, we have only 2 web designs. And in the app section we don't have anything, so it is an empty. And in all section it will show all the items that are available. Next the testimonial section, you can see the swiper function, slide, or you can use the buttons also. Then we have a 24/7 contact, location, mobile number, email as well as website. Then a form section, definitely try to use type in the forms like email or calendar, date, it is available. Then footer section, home, about, service, portfolio and contact. You can see social media icons like Instagram, WhatsApp and Twitter. All rights are reserved. This website is entirely responsive, that is it is available in the mobile version and as well as tab version also. Let me show you, right? So first let me show you the desktop version. Here where this is the desktop version. Then if we slowly move on, this is the mobile version. You can see this is the menu bar. Here we have using then this is the home section. You can see the animation here. Let me show you. You can see the proper animation. Show you again here. See how the 0 to 90% HTML, all these. Then here our portfolio section, then testimonial section. You can see how smoothly the movement of all the selected items are moving from the animation is very smooth. It is entirely made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so it is very beginner friendly. You can see this. Then definitely try to make, or you can say you can definitely try to create the website. Don't just look at it and think that it has been done, so why the heck, just let me just copy it. If you want to learn front-end web development, definitely try to do as many projects as possible. That is one of the suggestions I will give to you. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. And we are going to we will go through line by line explanation. So continue watching this now. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.